Hi, Shane. This is Sunny Hostin. Can you explain to people who the DNI reports to and who he is and who could possibly give him the order to kill it?
Yes, well, the DNI reports to the president. It's a fairly new position in the spy agencies. It was created as a result of the 9/11 attacks, when Congress and experts believed that we needed one official to look over all of these different, now 17 different intelligence agencies that weren't all playing like a team before 9/11. So that person is supposed to have kind of oversight of the whole apparatus of American espionage. So when we talk about somebody higher at a higher authority than that, you're talking about the president, or certainly people very close to him in the White House. That's who the DNI answers to. And a lot of people in the intelligence community answer to the DNI.
Now, in reading this story, it seems to me that the Justice Department got involved and instructed the DNI that they could not tell Congress. Now, that doesn't make sense to me. Does the Justice Department even have a role in this? Isn't this the job of Congress? Adam Schiff is calling this illegal and a cover-up. Is he right?
Well, it certainly seems like Adam Schiff has a point here insofar as the Justice Department does not traditionally, in fact, I'm not aware ever of them having weighed in on something like this. But I think it also tells you how unusual this is, a complaint that involves the president. It does make sense if you think about it. If the DNI had this and said, hold on, here's a whistleblower complaint about the president and a communication with a foreign leader. We, the DNI, don't have authority over the president. He has authority over us. So we have to go maybe to another organization that weighs in on legal options and analysis for the whole of government. Well, that's the Justice Department and potentially the White House counsel's office as well. But to then say that this thing has to be sort of covered up and not transmitted to Congress, that creates a real problem. There probably have to be ways, Adam Schiff would say, for us to be able to find out about this information and still protect whatever privilege or prerogative the president might have. You can't just simply bury it.
Because my reading of the law says that the DNI shall, not must, right, or could or would, shall report it to Congress. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's exactly what it said. And already some legal experts are saying the analysis the DNI is offering up just doesn't compute with what the law says.
Hi, this is Megan. President Trump is going a little crazy on Twitter about this. Another fake news story. It never ends. Virtually any time I speak on the phone to a foreign leader, I understand that there may be many people listening from various U.S. agencies, not to mention those from the other country itself. I know that we have heard presidents promising things to foreign leaders before, like when President Obama was caught on a hot mic telling then the Russian President Medvedev that he would, quote, have more flexibility after the election. So can you tell our viewers why there's a difference between that and this?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I think when we saw that conversation with Obama and Medvedev, you're kind of seeing, the horse trading and the deal making. And while we don't know exactly what the substance was of or the details of the conversation with Trump and this leader, it was enough that this fairly experienced intelligence official, we think, looked at it and said, this isn't just normal negotiating. This isn't kind of the give and take and the back and forth. There's something happening here that rises to the level of some kind of abuse. And the Inspector General looked at it and found that, at least according to the definition under the law, that was a credible allegation.
Just last week, CNN was slammed for erroneously reporting a thinly sourced story that the CIA had to remove a spy from Russia because of Trump sharing intelligence that could possibly have endangered him. I think the question we all had this morning, is there a rush to report on Trump because people want to pin things on him and just because he does so many things that, as you said, are deeply unconventional for a U.S. president?
Yeah, I think it's a fair question, too. People often have been asking me today, like, why didn't you wait and find out more about the information of what the substance of the call was? In this case, we have known about this whistleblower allegation for some days, and already it was a huge story and extraordinary just because of the nature of it. And members of Congress, including Adam Schiff, had been kind of implying that they deduced it was probably the president who was involved. And we felt that knowing that the president himself was the subject of this complaint and the nature of it, a communication with a foreign leader, that was significant enough to report and let the American people know about.
Okay, well, we really would like to hear the rest of this story. And I'm sure there's a lot more coming out in the next day or two.